Yo, this looks like what the Ninja Turtles would bleed. No? What you think? Yo, he didn't even fucking dig in.
Good food.
What is up? What is good? It is your boy, Luke Liu, aka Yang Liu, aka the Soup Saint, and you guys are watching another episode of Good Food. And I just want to say, guys, you guys are looking
real fucking cute. You guys are looking so good.
And the only thing that can make you look just a little cuter is if you hit that subscribe button, baby. But anyway, you guys already know what it's about. This is the show that's all about you guys, all about us, all about the people. And each episode we cook for someone a little bit different. Today we're cooking for the homie, Adam. Throw it on screen. I totally didn't copy his hair in third year, but he's one of the close friends, lots of fond memories. And the 3 guidelines he gave us today are the following. So he let us know fish, he let us know cheese, and then he let us know cucumber salsa. So pause this video, let me know what you would make, or let me know what you think I'm gonna make in the comments. But today we're gonna be making some fish quesadillas with a cucumber salsa. Quesadillas are very cheese forward, and typically people don't like fish with such a really heavy dish. What we're gonna try to do today is keep things really simple, let the fish do its thing, let the cheese do its thing, and really freshen it up with my take on a cucumber salsa. Because not gonna lie, Adam, when I made like a recipe I found online,
pretty nasty.
what we're also gonna do today is we're gonna switch things up a little bit. We're gonna do a bougie quesadilla where I'm gonna try to make the tortilla. We're going to go with a fresh fish, go with a nice salsa, and also just something a little bit easier because you know most times I'm making this not in the best mindset, right? So for that, we're literally gonna get fish sticks. We're gonna get some just pre-shredded cheese and probably just make like a quick sour cream sauce. So we hope you guys enjoy this. Let's get to it. We got lots to do. Catch you in the episode.
Good food.
Okay guys, so we're gonna be preparing the 2 quesadillas. So starting out with the little bit bougier quesadilla, we ended up getting some tilapia. It's a little bit bigger than I like to work with, so I'm gonna slice it in half. Whatever fish you're working with, cut it down to an appropriate size. I do think cooking it as a fillet is going to be the best way to do this. And as we said earlier, we're gonna keep this very, very simple. So salt, pepper,
And just the ocean, marinate it all its life. Actually, it's probably farm grown, so that's probably not the case, but whatever.
Season it very, very well to your liking. We want it to make sure that this ingredient does stand out. Okay, so now that the bougie fish is ready to go, we're gonna prepare the
less bougie version. For that, we just got some
good old fish sticks. Frozen food gets a lot of hate, but guess what? We all eat it. So don't feel bad about this. If I'm making this quesadilla, I'm probably coming home from the club or the bar with a really, really dumb craving. I shouldn't be giving you tips on cooking frozen fingers, just follow the instructions. Get those into the oven, get those prepped so that you can kind of have both things going at once. So that the main star of the show is now ready to go. A singer is nothing without its band. So we're gonna be using the same cheese mixture for both. Originally, when I was thinking about what cheese to use, because again, people don't usually serve fish with cheese. The main component of this cheese is gonna be Monterey Jack. As you can see in the video, we actually bought pre-sliced Monterey Jack. We had to cut it down more. There's nothing wrong with this, guys. You can get a really nice block of cheese where you just go get some pre-sliced ones. It doesn't matter. Okay, maybe it matters, but it's all gonna taste good. But we wanted to pair with some cheeses that melt nicely so that you get that really nice consistency overall. So for that, we use mozzarella and some pre-shredded American cheese. You might be judging on the American cheese, but man, I wasn't gonna buy a whole cheese block for this video, guys. And people like that cheese pull, so we're a man for the people. Now that the cheese is done, we're gonna go in with the other major component, which is going to be the dip. I've never had cucumber salsa before making this recipe. I didn't know it was actually a thing. And I found a recipe online, gave it a try, wasn't a huge fan. So I'm taking a little bit of my own spin on it. It's almost like a cucumber pesto sauce. With the cucumbers, we remove the seeds completely because we don't want too much liquid. The cucumbers themselves are already gonna have a lot of water. I added a chili in there because we want to give it a little bit more spice, kind of plays with the Monterey Jack cheese that we're using. We used a lot of parsley. We used lime juice. We actually used a quarter of a white onion. Now, if you guys like scallions or green onions, this is a great substitute as well. And 2 cloves of garlic, because you know me, I'm always gonna ask garlic to come to the party. It's like me and tequila. And of course, salt, pepper, and extra virgin olive oil. If you have a Ninja blender like me, by the way, Ninja sponsor us, I absolutely love you guys. This process is so easy. Once you have everything chopped up, throw it into the blender, put a decent amount of lime juice and olive oil, give it a couple of quick pulses, and then you're gonna see that everything else is kind of just gonna do itself. So blend that all up, set it to the side while we work on our less bougie dipping sauce. This is one of those perfect examples of why simplicity does not mean a lacking of flavor. Just 3 key components and salt and pepper, and it's kind of a game changer. The sauce just involves chives, or again, you can use green onions, scallions, etc. Chop those up finely, add in a good amount of sour cream, however much you want, and add in a half a lime. If you're using a small container of sour cream like we are, salt, pepper to taste. And you can always, I guess, spruce the sauce up a little bit. Like some great ideas would be, maybe Italian seasoning if you're feeling lazy. If you're feeling a little bit less lazy, maybe some minced garlic. But yeah, low key, this sauce may be the star of the whole show today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna preheat the oven and get the fish sticks going while we're going to be cooking the tilapia. Set it to the box instructions. This is actually one of the first times I ever followed the box instructions, and surprisingly, it came out amazing. Throw that in the oven and let it go. At the same time, we're gonna be working on the tilapia. So the key here is you want to preheat your pan. But the most important part about preheating your pan is if your protein goes into a cold pan, it's for sure gonna stick. Now, as you're gonna see in the video, it ended up sticking a little bit anyway. If you pop it in and you don't see a little bit of bubbles, there's going to be an issue. You obviously don't want the pan to be smoking like you're cooking a steak, but like what you see on the screen here, these little bubbles, like the little, that's beautiful. That's great. That's what you need. Again, I don't like to move the fish around too much, especially once it gets a little bit of cook. Let it do its thing, like sometimes the key to a good relationship is some space. Give the fish some space. It's on its grind. It's doing its own thing right now. But this pan was not very non-stick. As you can see in the video, we discovered this a little bit too late. So when I was trying to flip it, it was kind of very, very, very stuck. When I flipped it, it kind of fell apart a little bit. So, as I say, I'm not trained. I'm not a Michelin star chef yet. So once we flipped it and the fish kind of fell apart, I kind of just gave up and we kind of just broke it apart and stir fried it a little bit. Adapt or die, baby. Now that that's done, we're going to check on the fish sticks from the oven, get those out, and now we're ready for assembly. When we're assembling the quesadillas, I did a little bit of research and I realized that, there's like 2 popular methods. People either use one large tortilla, lay it out, put another piece of tortilla on top of that. I don't personally like to do this because usually when I'm eating a quesadilla, I like to slice it into like 3 or 4 different pieces. It's up to you. You're fully in control of your situation. But I also find that the half tortilla is a little bit easier to flip as well. Now you might be wondering, Luke, what about the tortillas? Well, guess what, guys? I don't want to bore you with making the tortillas because they actually do take a little bit of time. So you can watch that on the Instagram reel, or you can watch Josh Wiseman's breakfast taco video, but I'd prefer if you watch our Instagram reel first. Shout out to you, Josh, though. Let's cook one day or something like that. Funny story, I actually made these the night before. I messed up and they became like tortilla chips. And then I remade them in the morning. I woke up at like 5 a.m. before coming and shooting the episode and I was like, shit, the tortillas are not gonna work. I start off with a nice layer of cheese. Name a more beautiful sight than melty cheese. Hopefully my future partner is not watching this. But come on, you can't compare with melty cheese. Once that's down, we wanna put a good layer of the mixture. Put the next flap over and set that to the side while we prepare the less bougie version. For the less bougie version, we actually just used a regular flour tortilla that we bought, I think Dempster's brand, shout out to them, love your white bread. Healthy layer of cheese on the bottom. We put the fish sticks over. If you've watched up to this point, if you've never made anything that we've kind of done on the show because it's a little bit difficult, this is literally incredibly easy. Amazing, very, very tasty dish that I'm gonna be making many times in the future. You can put this into the pan cold. Again, the most important part about doing this is make sure the heat is actually not too high. A lot of times people will make the mistake thinking that very high heat is essentially getting the cheese to melt, but then they end up burning the tortilla. So I would actually recommend medium-low heat to this. You can start with a cold pan, turn it up, pour the oil in on the side and tilt the tortillas a little bit so that the oil goes underneath, gets nice and bubbly. Aria just told me you could actually probably just brush some oil onto the tortilla before placing it down and then brush some oil on the other side as well. It's actually that simple. So shout out to Aria, pretty smart idea. I didn't think about it that way. Get those on the pan, get those cooking. Patience is key here. This is probably the hardest part. Not flipping too fast, not flipping too slow. Let it go for a good amount of time. Funny enough, we don't have footage of us flipping the tortillas. There's a couple of ways you can do this. I think what I ended up doing was essentially I just got a plate and I had it near the pan. Once I lifted the tortilla, just put it onto the plate, flip it over, and then slide it back onto the pan. Set this off to the side, and then we're going to be preparing and assembling it for delivery. But before that, let's look at some B-roll, baby.
Come, Cujo. Come up. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. What up? I'm Adam. 22. This is Cujo. He's 7, something like that. My rescue dog. Luke and Arya came, dropped off this package of food. That's what I'm gonna try today. Apparently it's a twist on a quesadilla, I think. I don't know what a Persian and an Asian man are doing making quesadillas, but... All right, so right off the bat, just by looking at it, worked at a restaurant for a few years. Presentation's key. I don't know. What you think? What you think? I give presentation 3 out of 10. So they told me this is a cucumber salsa, something like that. Smells nice. Smells real nice.
Yo, this looks like what the Ninja Turtles would bleed. No? What you think?
Yo, he didn't even fucking dig in. A little bit of flake to it, a little doughy. You know what? No, actually, let's try it with the sauce. The sauce is nice.
I personally like my stuff spicy.
I like the fish, good seasoning on it. A little too salty for me personally. I need something more with it. I need some vegetables chopped in there, some crunch to it. That's just me being hard on my boys, you know? They're not bad. Looks like they put a little bit of maybe chili pepper in there. And that cucumber salsa is nice, it's just tangy. I wish there was a little bit more action to it, like some more flavor. But this is a little bit lighter, like no cream sort of thing. Give it an honest 6.5 out of 10, 7. The quesadilla itself, probably like a 7. But the two of them combined, I'll give it like an 8. It's not bad, it's actually pretty nice. Like definitely something that is like a nice go-to meal, like on the go. Our guys came through with some food, you know what I mean? So, how can you complain? You want some? Yeah. He doesn't have too many teeth, so I mean, man takes his time eating. The next one, this one looks nice. This one actually looks, you know, it's toasted, it's real nice. Whereas this one is just, it looks like it should have been flaky and it's doughy. This one is toasted really nice. Even got some nice breading in there. Look at that breading. That looks nice. What you think? You like it? I apologize, but that's nice. It's like the yogurt, just by the looks of it, 8 out of 10. The taste of it, 8.5. Nah, this one's nice. Wow, no, this one's good. From ASMR. Is that how you do it? You give me some. Give me something. Nothing? You wanna give me something? You don't give me nothing. I do like the tangy thing that's going on in the cucumber salsa. And I did like the way that I complimented it. Like I said, give it high praise. Like, this is nice. Like the way Ari and Luke made this, like I'd pay for this. This is nice. This is like a twist on like fast food for me almost, but it's done really nice. Overall, these two combined, 9 out of 10, straight up. Like this one has the upper hand for sure. That was done nice. Like you could tell, like, bro, like look at that. Look at that. Yo, I know so many of you would have trouble. You guys would burn that. Come on, that's proper. I mean, hey man, I got some good friends. Come through, make me some lunch. Shout out to Luke and Arya. Shout out to my kind. You guys are honestly the best. Keep working, keep killing it. I love you guys. I'm out. That's it for me. See you guys next time. Thanks for having me. Say bye, Cujo. No bye, but we out.
Good food.
All right, guys, we are back. You saw what Adam thought. Pretty questionable opinions coming to light. My chef skills being challenged a little. But you know what? We hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. You know, this was the first episode we finally got to really bring forward the flavors of the show and really showcase some of our friends. Going forward, hopefully the lockdown kind of ends and the world gets settled down, but we would love to cook for more people. And check out some of our other series that are up on the channel right now. We do a food review show. We also do a pretty cool podcast with the cameraman and D, someone you might have seen in our first review episode. So, see ya. Oh, forgot to tell you guys. Remember, good food is not always about the food. Have a good one.
Good food.